Svechnikov, Aho, and Jarvis on the ice. Scores! Seth Jarvis, 33 seconds in.
I was God once.
Along with Filkowski in front. Here's Caulfield. Scores! There's the answer. Jarvis. And here's a break. It's filled to no end. Scores!
Yes, I saw. You were doing well until everyone died.
Here is a chance for Filkowski. In and scores! A highlight reel goal.
It's all happening again!
Dropped inside the line, but Chatfield prevented it from going deep. Back in, a chance. Scores! Still without a shot.
What are you thinking?
Picked up by Svechnikov. Trying to work his way in. Svechnikov looking to center. Passing it across Jarvis. Back to Svechnikov. Scores! Evgeny Svechnikov has won it in overtime. Oh, snap! For Vegas. Hands it off for Saad. Drop. Chance. Covered. Scores! You're going to get one on that. There comes Marner. Mitch Marner. Dancing in. Hands it off in front. Scores! This got it. 2-on-1 Vegas. Hutton. Waiting. Shoots. Gets the only way to rebound. Scores! Red Howard. Into the corner. Throw to the point. Burns with a shot. Doesn't get through. Colton scores! Cross. Colton lights the ball in game 2. Back away. Barbashev got it up. Here's Eichel with it. Eichel waiting. Shoots. Scores! Jack Eichel off the post and in. Selling it down. Trying to clear it. It went off Dorothea. Eichel over the Barbashev. Scores!
Boy, that escalated quickly.
Center. Taves gets ball. Hannafin goes to the net. Take it down. Scores! Away from the forecheck and down. Breakaway pass for Aegis. Hands it off. Scores! Nelson Kadri gets the feed and puts it in. Top corner. It's a breakaway. Jack Drury in alone. Scores! Drury short-handed goal. 3-0 Colorado. Dorothea for Hurdle on the Marner. Middleton scores! Mark Stone, welcome back to the captain.
Nothing is over until we decide it is.
Marner throws it to net. Blocked it away by Wedgewood. Scores! Carlson. High over the net. Coughlin keeps it in. Throw to the ball. Scores! Kolesar! Stool. Be more upright or you just can't go because of that beat. Hurdle tries it. Scores!
What are you doing?
Hearing you.
You're waking the neighbors! No! No, I'm just playing some.
Yeah, now Vegas, it looks like they're going to play the drums, and try as they might, this is a series that is not going the way that I predicted it. Sort of the way that I predicted it, but not the way I predicted it. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Big Apple Hockey. It's great to be with you guys on a Tuesday. We might be doing more Tuesdays now, so keep that in mind instead of our usual Wednesdays. But it's always great to be back. I, of course, am your host, Mark Williams, who is kind of looking at that Canes Montreal series a little bit differently now. And we got John Filkowski joining us in a minute. But as always, I have the man formerly of the Hockey News, Mr. Anthony LaRocco, with me.
Never in a million years that I think Colorado would be down 3-0 facing elimination. Just absolutely crazy how, you can never really predict how these things are going to go. And, the team that looked like they were going to cruise to the Stanley Cup final now very well could get swept. So, that's certainly shocking.
That is very shocking, Anthony, and it's hard to believe. I mean, you're talking about a team. Look, I know that we're going to get into it more in a minute, but I know that they don't have Cal McCarr and another star is banged up. And clearly, if you watch them in game 3, but this is a total shocker because a lot of people just wrote off Vegas in the first round. They're like, oh, Utah's going to beat them, especially when Utah went up 2-1. And since game 4 of that series, you can argue game 5. Vegas has been a different team. And it's almost like their original Stanley Cup run a few years ago where they turned it on versus Edmonton and then they didn't look back. it looks like they're doing the exact same thing, and it's almost the exact same script that they're playing right now with that. Anthony, by the way, because you have on there the hometown jersey leaks. I know it's a little bit just kind of randomly out of nowhere. I'm just putting that in. Getting that tweet up there for that. What is the hometown remixes and stuff like that?
So obviously, you know, the league had that reverse retro program for 2 years. And then, you know, with Fanatics coming in last year, they didn't, it's their first year making NHL jerseys. They didn't, you know, want to do anything too drastic that first year. But in the second year, now that they're comfortable and you know, fully in control here and in the process and making NHL jerseys, the NHL is rolling out this league-wide program similar to the reverse retro program. And it's believed to be called the hometown jersey remix collection. Last week, you saw 2 jerseys. I'm sure if our viewers kind of are on X and you follow a lot of accounts, that the Florida Panthers and the New York Islanders jerseys were leaked. With, as you see here on the screen, those are the 2 teams that aren't kind of like faded out. As this post, by the way, is for Ice Ethics, in case no one's like heard of them. They're like this, you know, really big jersey account, and they cover all things, you know, jerseys and kind of giving out news, what teams could be doing and could be rolling out. So he had this scoop. You could watch the YouTube video. It's very interesting. And he touches on every team and, you know, what they might do and what their jerseys are rumored to possibly be like, to look like, or at least the jersey color. So this chart represents the base color of all these teams' rumored jerseys. So as you can see, the Ducks and the Chicago Blackhawks are going to have a green jersey. Looks like the Bruins are going to have a brown jersey, which is certainly different. But yeah, so the Islanders and the Panthers ones, those 2 leaked ones, have been confirmed by him as those are going to be the jerseys. Mark, I know I sent you both in our group chat. And honestly, I like both. I know, I think Phil commented when I sent the Panthers one, said like, ew. But honestly, it's very Miami. It's very South Florida. Pink with the yellow. I like it. It's different. It's bold. And again, this jersey program, from what I'm understanding, it's supposed to be, they're similar to how like the MLB has like the City Connect jerseys, where a lot of them are different, bold designs. So I think that's what the league is kind of going for here. And as you saw with the Panthers design, and you know, the Islanders, the Fisherman logo for Islander fans my age has always been associated with just the team being in one of their darkest periods. So a lot of, they hate it because of what was also going on in the ice, and the logo just unfortunately got wrapped in all that. But the younger generation, Islander fans, they love this logo. This is why over the last, I would say 3 years, the Isles Lab team store has put out a lot of Islander-based merchandise with that logo. And then obviously a couple of years ago, the reverse retro, they had that logo on a navy blue jersey and a little bit of a different twist to it. But this variation is more like that original Fisherman jersey. They added some, you know, navy on the shoulders, and the heel color is a little different this time around. But I got to tell you, the Islanders are going to sell a ton of 48 Schaefer jerseys with this thing when it gets released.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's, you know, a top 10 selling jersey league-wide with Schaefer 48 in that variation. I think it's going to sell like hotcakes. But, you know, for me, yeah, I hated it back then, but I'm also open-minded enough to know that obviously time goes by, you get older. I don't care. It's a logo. You know, this is what the younger generation wants. So as the summer goes on, I'm sure you'll see some more leaks, but I'm kind of excited about what each team is going to roll out.
Yeah, I dread every single time a Ranger jersey gets brought up, because I absolutely am not a fan of the 9,000 jerseys. I mean, it's funny because it's sort of like where I go with my opinion on the New York Yankees. When it comes to stuff like this, I just want the Yankees to say, yeah, that's nice. We're going to stick with our pinstripes. The same thing that's been for the last 100 years. The Rangers, I know they've had the Liberty jerseys. I had a Liberty jersey. I had both of them. the white and the blue. I didn't get the new third jersey, the one with the Ranger shield on it. I never really liked when they use the Ranger shield. And then it's I'm more of like the old style, like that Centennial jersey. I would have loved to have had one if the Rangers didn't suck high wind and just motivate me.
I'm kind of thinking this jersey for them might either be the Liberty or maybe even like that apple that they used on one of their more recent jerseys.
Oh, okay. All right.
We'll see. I mean, I think that's just kind of me speculating, but we'll see what they ultimately use. But I wouldn't be surprised if it is a Liberty style jersey.
I mean, in the Spider-Man PS4 game, the people walk around in Rangers jerseys, but they call them the Torches. That wouldn't be a bad one. Although I think the Torches is a women's hockey league name, I think. But there's I'm not big on a million different jerseys. I do like that they could experiment with it. I'm not a fan of the City Connect jerseys in baseball, even the Mets one. But I'm interested to see what some other teams come up with. Sometimes this marketing works well for other teams as opposed to, say, like the Rangers or the Montreal Canadiens or some of these. But Anthony, getting back to the Islanders, though, I thought this way back when, and I think this now, that I just can't help but just wonder, the Fisherman logo, it's not the logo. I said this back in 1996. The logo that I thought they should have went with was the lighthouse that was on the shoulder. I thought it was brilliant. It signified Long Island. They were trying to say Long Island. I know the Fighting Fishermen, but then, the chance of we want fish sticks came up back in those days. I do like it how the revisionist history now Islander fans like it. I just still I want to see. I did see an Islander jersey where they used the lighthouse as the logo on the crest on the front. I'd love to see more of that. I don't know. I think a lot of people were that's been brought up, use the lighthouse, but it doesn't appear as though they're going to be using that. It doesn't appear.
I'm just going to share this for people who have not seen it, so they can see what we are talking about here. So that's the Islanders hometown remix jersey. So as you can see, which by the way, this leaked image is a youth jersey, which you could tell by the patch at the bottom says large/XL. So a lot of people pointed out why the logo looks smaller, not proportionate, and that's why it's a youth jersey. But there you have it. That's the Islanders hometown remix jersey. So similar to the original Fisherman, except like I said, they added the shoulder yokes at the top, and the teal's just a little bit different. But that's their hometown remix jersey.
And you know something, Anthony? That looks a lot better. And Islander fans, if you're of that age, the jersey looked a lot better when Zygmunt Palffy was scoring 40 goals than it did when Dan Plant was scoring like 5. So it's just always now just put as Anthony said, put Matthew Schaefer in there, and that jersey is going to look a whole lot better. And a matter of fact, while you're at it, William Eklund or even Keishon Aitchison. So
you mean Victor Eklund?
Oh, Victor Eklund. Yeah, Williams' brother. I'm sorry. My mistake on that one. It's speaking a little too quick. And you got the Florida jersey up right there.
Yep.
And I agree with you on that, Anthony. That oozes a little bit more Miami flavor. Than a lot of the other stuff.
And like a guy like Matthew Tkachuk, who like screamed, like just his personality is, he's loud. He's very, he's just that kind of guy with that kind of, exuberant personality that the Panther fans are going to probably sell a ton of those jerseys with his name and number on the back. It just suits him.
Yeah.
It just suits him very well.
I agree with that one. 100%. All right. And let's get started and let's go to the A block, everybody, where we're going to be brought to you by SeatGeek. use the promo code Big Apple Hockey for $20 off your first order. And don't forget that Big Apple Hockey trucker hats and shirts are available. Still got a few left. Looking for better merchandise soon enough, but we're going to get more into that another time. But let's get into the games that were being played, Anthony, and let's get into last night where Andrei Svechnikov scores at 14:06 of overtime, picking off a pass from Lane Hudson. More on that in a minute. And the Montreal Canadiens are now trailing the Carolina Hurricanes 2-1 in the Eastern Conference Finals. By the way, congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes, who have now exceeded their Eastern Conference win total since 2007. They've actually doubled it up. It went from 1 to now 2. So, Anthony, game 1 did not go that way. I have a short about it where Montreal basically, after the first minute of the game, just took it to the Carolina Hurricanes.
Yeah.
And but since then, there's a number that's going to shock you in a minute. But the Carolina Hurricanes have really controlled this series, but the Canes have kind of but Montreal's kind of been like taking the punches, sort of like a rope-a-dope a little bit. They've been taking the punches and landing haymakers. So what are your thoughts right now on this series?
So I will say I was dead wrong on game 1. I know Phil, the rest versus Rust. You know, he had predicted that night that he said Montreal was going to win. They did. But my overall prediction, how I said Carolina in 5, I'm not backing off that. I said I think Carolina is going to win this series. You know, aside from game 1 where they're clearly shaking off Rust, they're playing their game. They're. I mean, the Canadiens at one point only had 9 shots on goal, Mark. You know, they're comfortable playing that game. The game they won against Tampa Bay in the game 7 was very similar, but the Hurricanes are much more on top of you than Tampa Bay and stifling. And I think that's just the result of that is just Carolina playing their game. They don't give you much. They take away your time and space. It's hard for guys to make decisions. And I think the Hurricanes so far outside of game 1 are playing a really good series. You know, I think that guys like, you know, Aho clearly still isn't playing his best. There are other guys that could step up. But, you know, Freddie Anderson has been he's answered the bell when called upon. I know he wasn't great last night in terms of how many shots he let up and how many goals they'd scored on at one point, but you know, he's a guy that's still making the big save when needed. And, you know, Dobish too for Montreal, he's been fantastic, but I think, you know, he'd probably want some of those back. I know in the game winner he was screened, but I just think that Anderson overall for me, for my money, has been a little bit better. But I don't know. I just think that Montreal, as good as they are and young as they are, as I said, heading into this series, they're just playing a team that's so experienced. They've been here on this stage before. They've known their lack of success in the conference final. They hadn't won many games. Pretty sure they're using that as a lot of motivation this time around. And I also do think they recognize that this year, well, no NHL player, you know, thinks like a fan and underestimates their opponent. But I think deep down they realize that this is their best path and probably maybe the easiest path they could get to getting to eventual Stanley Cup final. So I think they know they can't blow this opportunity. I think they're going to come out tomorrow with a huge opportunity to go up 3-1 and play maybe one of their best games so far in the entire playoffs. But yeah, this is a team that's lost just once this whole playoffs. So what are they? 4-8? They're 10-1 in the playoffs, which is, you know, crazy. It kind of rivals LA's march to the Stanley Cup when they won. I think was it 2012 or 2014 where they basically were just a machine the whole way through. I forget which year.
Yeah, I think they were 16-3 if I recall correctly. 16-4.
Just the Hurricanes outside of the game 1 where they're clearly shaking off rust, which give credit to Phil, who's joining now, who kind of called that in game 1. But I think aside from that, I think the Hurricanes have been the better, the more experienced team. And like I said when we just started this, Mark, I'm not backing off my Hurricanes in 5 prediction. I just think the Hurricanes are going to flex their muscle and experience here in the next couple of games.
Yeah, Filk, and we're joined by our own John Filkowski as he's joining us right now. Filk, what were your thoughts about the way that the last two games unfolded, or the way the series has unfolded so far?
Carolina has been opportunistic on Montreal's mistakes. Montreal has, I mean, overall, I think Carolina has been the better team. I think at times Montreal has really pushed the pace right back at them and has shown that they can skate with them. I know the shots don't represent that, but again, Carolina is a very high shot quantity team, and those numbers are never going to look bad against them. They're always going to outshoot the opposition. They tend to take a lot of shots from far out, and it kind of pads the numbers a bit. But I do think that they've been the better team. I just think that if Montreal converts on some of their chances, I think this is probably a 2-2 series or maybe even a 3-1 series. You can't make the mistake they made in overtime in game.
Oh my goodness, we'll get into that right now. Go ahead.
It just, I don't know what Montreal was doing there, but I do believe, I think, Anthony, I think you were talking about this a little bit, but I think you're starting to see a little bit of Montreal's inexperience at this level. Like, great on them to be able to.
Sorry, some news. Chris Johnson saying the Penguins' Yevgeny Malkin has signed a 1-year extension worth $5.5 million with Pittsburgh. So,
Okay.
we know we talked about this. He is back for another year.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that was being floated around for a little bit. Malkin and his agent, JP Barry, I believe is his agent, both said like a few weeks ago that they wanted to make something happen and stay in Pittsburgh. So not really surprised by that. But good on them to get him back. He was about a point per game this year, right?
I think close to it.
Yeah, I mean, to get that type of player still at $5.5 million, that's not bad at all. So yeah, good for Pittsburgh and Malkin. I'll answer this question here. How lucky have the Habs? How unlucky? I don't know. I guess you meant Frosty. Or does it show that teams like TB and Buffalo really fell apart? No, I think Montreal played well against those two teams. I do believe, though, that if Hedman is there and everything in his life is hunky-dory, or at the very least, he's able to not be distracted by what's going on outside of hockey, I do think Tampa wins that series. I think they beat Buffalo, and I think they beat them. I think they beat them easier. I think they would have beaten them better. I think Hedman's loss really hurt a lot of people, and it got into Vasilevsky's head too. So he didn't have the greatest series. I just think that I think that DP is onto something here. If Canadians can get more shots on goal, I think Anderson hasn't been great. I mean, he's been decent when tested, but he hasn't been tested a lot in this series. And the Canadians have scored when they've had some chances. So for me, I do think that Montreal can come back in this series. I'm still going to stick with I'm pretty sure I said Canadians in 7. I'm gonna stick with that. I mean, we saw the Rangers down in 2022. They were down 3-1 in that series.
No, they were down 2-0.
They were down 2-0.
The home team won every game until Game 7.
Until Game 7, and that was just So I would never count Montreal out. I mean, it's over. It's not over until it's over, because I do think they're going to storm back. I mean, Elliot Friedman was right on the telecast the other night. I was watching it on the Sports Tech feed. Like, they have to find a way to get to the middle. They have to find a way to get to the middle and start generating some chances on Anderson. They're going to have to play tough. They're going to have to stay out of the penalty box. That's one thing that they need to be way better at staying out of the penalty box. In order to play against a team like Carolina and play against them competently, like, you need to not be fatigued. I don't think the Canes are that dominant. I think if they win this series, I don't think you're going to see them playing that way against Vegas, because I think Vegas is probably going to win this series, because I don't think Makar's going to play in Game 4. But yeah, losing in OT 2 nights in a row lets you know that they're right there. And Vegas and Colorado are both significantly better teams than Montreal. So I do think that Carolina, again, easy road to a finals, but I think what's waiting for them on the other side is going to really hurt them. And not only that, you're right about this, but Vegas is doing that to Colorado right now, and you can see how badly they're throwing off Colorado. More on that in a little bit.
Yeah, and Phil, as I said last week, that Carolina sort of faced Von Kaiser and King Hippo on the way to this match, and Montreal's bald bull. But apparently now they know you wait for the third hop and then you give them a body blow, and that's how you end up beating bald bull. Right now, the Canadians got to start finding ways to throw more pucks at the net. You got Freddie Anderson, who's a goalie whose MO is letting in weak goals. So everything doesn't have to be perfect. So they need to stop that. But they were right there. Yeah, as we talked about it before, a couple of bad plays in overtime in games 2 and game 3. Not so. I mean, I think the game 2 goal, Dobish would really want back the Nikolai Ehlers winner. However, and by the way, yes, congrats to the Knicks. But last night, Lane Hudson, what are you thinking? Now, I know, and I look at the play, and I think he's trying to set it up for Slavkovsky to break up the middle of the ice. No, you don't do that in overtime. I mean, if that's the set play, what are you, an idiot? What do you really think? And then a lazy pass. Svechnikov just basically goes, I'll take that puck, goes right on in. Then nobody covers him at the point, and he has an easy shot for, I mean, Eddie, honestly, one of us probably could have scored that goal. That from the start to finish, because you're going to lay it out for the middle of, for anyone to get in there. Svechnikov, okay, did not turn the puck over when he went behind the net, so we'll give him credit on that. Got it, and they maintained possession. But, I mean, that's a terrible play. That is an absolutely terrible play. And the Canadians need to have more shots on net than icings, because I believe they had 15 icings versus the 12 shots on net, or 13. And I talked about in the series, they nearly doubled up, 47 shots to Carolina's 93. That's a good question, guys.
I just said I don't know if I could have overturned that call. Like, I've seen that call before. I saw Rick Nash score a goal like that, where it was an offside play, and he scored a goal. Supposedly he was offside, and it turned out he had control of the puck. Puck's that close to the stick. How do you determine whether he's just moving stick handling, or if the puck is not actually in his possession when the puck is that close? Like, to me, that's a judgment call, and I don't know if you can make a judgment call on that.
Anthony, what do you think?
Yeah, it's really hard to overturn that. It's especially with the stakes that they are right now. That's really tough.
Yeah, and I think that is a tough one to overturn. And that's where I would kind of have my questions on that one. But I'm not backing off what I said. I still think Montreal in 6. I think Carolina's kind of showed us some things, but as dominant as Carolina's been, it just doesn't look like they're as dominant as what people are saying. And I think Montreal, if they can get up off the mat, as I've done versus Buffalo, but then again, this is also a team that was up 3-1 in a closeout game and ended up surrendering the next 7 goals. So that's something that you have to consider, ebbs and flows of the game, and how the Canadians can weather this storm. Marty St. Louis got a lot of experience, and so does Rod Brindamore. But Carolina looks like they're trying to be Ghostbusters right now, and that they're playing their game. This is the right team to get in the conference finals, and maybe they can finally break through to the Stanley Cup finals and win their first Stanley Cup since 2006, which I just realized that's actually 20 years. That's how scary it is getting older when you're going, oh, it's been 20 years since that. That old meme of, you remember when you thought the 90s was 10 years ago? It's 30. Anyway, let's go over to the Western Conference, where the Colorado Avalanche are trying to stay alive in the Western Conference Finals versus the Vegas Golden Knights. The Vegas Golden Knights lead 3-0 in the series. Vegas went up 3-0, won 4-2 in game 1. They were trailing 1-0, back-to-back goals within a minute, win game 2. They were down 3-0 in game 3, and they win 5-3. Now, game 3, McCarr returns, but McKinnon was clearly banged up. Filk, game 4 is tonight. Can Colorado stay alive and come back in the series?
I'm going to say no. I don't see it right now. I think Colorado is a little too banged up. And, I mean, we don't know what we're going to get from McCarr. McKinnon is obviously, he looks hurt. He's trying, but he looks hurt. No, we're probably going to get some reports about them being all injured afterwards, whatever. Like, yeah, I think game 3 really broke them, like Josh said here. I think it's just too much of a hurdle to climb. Too much of a hurdle to amount to climb for them right now.
That's a great pun, because who scored the game winner? Tomas Hertl.
Tomas Hertl. Yeah. Vegas is just flexing their muscle right now. All the pieces that need to step up and play. I mean, it's funny. We talked about Hertl needing to step up before the start of this series. I brought that up, and I brought up Barbashev, and both of them have stepped up in this series. Carter Hart has been good. I wouldn't say red hot. He's been good. The numbers look nice, but he hasn't been tested the way that I would use the words red hot for. I like what he's done. He was out for a year and a half, and now you're seeing that you don't need to pay goalies big time in order, to win a Stanley Cup. You have to have a great team in front, and that's how you build. And Vegas getting William Karlsson back, that's done wonders for them. Nobody's talking about that. The other thing is, I briefly mentioned it before, is Vegas is taking this series to Colorado physically. They are doing everything to make everyone's lives miserable. Kolasar, even the bigger name guys are doing it, and they're doing it without Mark Stone. What happens if they get Mark Stone back for the final?
Stone scored.
Stone is back.
Oh, that's right.
Don't get back in game 3, but you were talking about the first 2 games, right?
Who came back in game 3? Okay. So, but again, they've done it for most of this series. Sorry, without Mark Stone. Now you just got Mark Stone back. You're talking about the fully functional Death Star. That's what Vegas now is. So, I'm going to star this. We're going to talk about that later, because I like that question, actually. But, yeah, I think that's what this comes down to. Depth is important come playoff time, and so is coaching. So, that Vegas already got Mark Williams 4 years ago. So, but I do believe that Vegas is going to close this out. That's why I picked them in my bracket. I shouldn't have picked them. I thought Colorado was going to be healthy. A healthy Colorado with McCarr, McKinnon, everybody there firing. I think that would have been a 7-game series, and I think Colorado could have won it. But One of the things that has come up, and you've seen it, is the lack of puck movers outside of Makar and Taves. And that's why I did not like moving Sam Girard for Brett Kulak. I didn't like that trade. I still don't like it. Kulak played well in the first 2 rounds, but that team, they are having so much trouble breaking that puck out. And Vegas is to be credited, but when you don't have the horses back there, just like the Rangers, you're going to have trouble creating offense. So good on Vegas, good on Torts. Honestly, Torts won another cup. I wouldn't be mad.
Anthony, are you queuing up All-American Rejects? It ends tonight.
I mean, Colorado is good enough to win a game against them and avoid a sweep. So I don't necessarily know if it ends tonight, but to answer this question, no, Colorado's not gonna come back in the series. Vegas is gonna win. I was confident Colorado was gonna march right to the Stanley Cup final. I just thought, they were that much better than anybody else, but due to some guys being banged up and due to Vegas just playing very, very good hockey lately, their season, unfortunately for them, is looking like it's going to come to an end. And it's the goaltending hasn't helped. Mackenzie Blackwood finally got in there, and his save percentage is .872 in the playoffs. Wedgwood's at .904, so better. And 904 isn't terrible, but he's been outplayed by Carter Hart. And just Vegas has just flexed their muscle all over Colorado's lineup. They're just simply the better team. They're winning more 50-50 puck battles. They're doing a great job and shutting down, or at least slowing down, some of Colorado's best players. And it seems like Vegas is going to go to the Stanley Cup Finals. And it's incredible that this team has been to 5 conference finals now in 9 years of existence. They're going to get to the Stanley Cup Final if they win another game for now. This will be the 3rd time, right? The year they lost, the year they won, and now this year. So really incredible feat. But no, I don't think Colorado is coming back. I think they are indeed done.
Yeah, and I think they're done. We're going to get into the banged up stars in a minute, but it's clear Cale Makar is not Cale Makar. There's the joke that went around on the internet this week. Dude, where's Makar? But it's been a huge problem for them. I don't know who their goalie is. We're going to get into that in the pickup segment tonight in a few minutes. But it's everything Colorado's had, Vegas has had an answer for, and they've either been, let's say, lazy on the Jack Eichel goal, where they let him just walk in, and you're talking about a right-handed shot was able to pick that side of the net so easily. Wedgwood's way off his angle right there, because again, I credit Eichel, but that should be a save 9 times out of 10, or even 9.5 times out of 10. Then it leads to what the next goal is, the game winner from Barbashev. You could say puck luck, but I just don't see that dominant Colorado team, the one that you looked at in the first 2 series and went, how is anybody going to win a game against these guys? And now we're left asking, how's Colorado going to win a game? All right, guys. That's the end of our A block right there. We're going to do some playoff pick'ems right now and go further into the discussion on the Eastern Conference and Western Conference Finals.
I've got a gut feeling.
You want me to do 2 things?
Yeah, well, that's just like your opinion, man.
Now shoot!
And now we're going to make some choices because, Anthony, going to go right back to you and ask you on this one. Who's the more critical, banged up Colorado Ave, Makar or McKinnon?
Man, this is tough because they really both make the Avalanche go. I'm gonna say McCarr, I guess, just because he plays defense and him on the back end, him being able to be fully healthy and transition the puck out of the zone and just gallop like the ice like he normally does or make a really good pass is integral for Colorado. So yeah, I'm gonna lean slightly towards McCarr.
Filk?
Just for what I was pointing out before, it's McCarr. Like, you need that guy back there. Somebody who plays defense too. Like, I went from playing wing to defense in my younger years. I've been playing defense for a while, but like you tend to understand the importance of having that guy back there that can control the game, because when you're playing back there, you see everything. You see everything that's happening. You understand. I've gotten smarter. In my own playing experience, I've gotten smarter from playing defense, and I'm thankful that I have. I love it. So having the guy that can control the game from the back end and break things out, those players like that are special players. Like your McCarrs, your Hughes, your Fox, your Coffees, your Lidstroms, stuff like that. Like those guys are like Bork, all special players that just could do it. Brian Leach was amazing at taking the puck coast to coast. And even when he didn't have to go coast to coast to score, like Messier or Gretzky could hit him on a backdoor pass, and he was just there at the right place at the right time. Cale Makar can do a lot of that and is probably a better skater than 95% of those guys. And his shot is just something else, man. It is something else. So to be able to have that back there, you can't really understate it. It's Makar. So yeah, I got to go with Cale here.
You guys gave a bunch of great reasons why it's Cale Makar. I could give one that says it's Nate McKinnon, and that's the look on his face when Hurdle scored and he rolled his eyes just with they're breaking Nate McKinnon's spirit. He's probably the most competitive guy in the NHL. The guy that just he's a bulldog and he never stops. I think they might have broke his spirit. And when he's not explosive, then he's just like, there was a play that they had that he would have taken it end to end in game 3 in the third period. And he gets back to the bench and Bednar had to look at him and say, he's like, I don't know if I could play. And Bednar says, well, can you do power plays? I said, yeah, I could do that. If you have a limited Nate McKinnon, you have a limited Colorado Avalanche, and you're not going to win much. So I hope he's okay for tonight's game. I hope he got some treatment and maybe he's able to find that game. But I think a healthy Nate McKinnon is more important because he is the Colorado Avalanche.
Speaking of which, Jared Bednar just announced McKinnon will play in Game 4.
Yeah, no, you would have to amputate his legs in order to get him out of that game. All right, Filk. I don't know if they announced the Game 4 starter, but let's go with your Game 4 starter for the Avs. Are you sticking with Scott Wedgwood, or are you going with Mackenzie Blackwood?
I'm going to go with Mackenzie Blackwood. I thought he should have been the starter all along, but again, goes back to your quote. If you have 2 number 1 goalies, you really don't have a number 1 goalie. And that's the problem in Colorado right now. These guys are they're both good. Maybe very, very slightly above average, but you need goaltending that is above average. And I just don't think either of these guys are all that good. I don't. But the fact of the matter is that you need a guy that can come in and play up to the standards to be able to win you a game, or at least Jack Morris it. And I know you know what I'm talking about. With
Oh,
Jack.
yeah.
Jack Morris was the guy that, for years in Minnesota, it didn't matter what the score was. He could pitch you to keep you in that game. And that's really what it came down to. And now you don't have you don't have that there right now. And that's the issue. You don't have that guy. I definitely like these two in the regular season. I don't know if I like them come playoff time. Carter Hart, it's a different story. He's the man right now.
Yeah, well, because he's stopping everything coming his way, and really gotta just because I know a lot of people don't exactly rooting for them for a reason, but looking at it like this, I think Bednar stuck with Wedgwood. I think you have to stick with Wedgwood. You got to just keep him the rest of the way. His numbers aren't spectacular. 3 games of the series, he's got an .877 save percentage. That's not good enough. And even though you can kind of look at some of the goals, you might say the game winner wasn't his fault the other night, but he's the one that Carlson scored that he bats down with the blocker, but he puts it into the slot. It gets kicked around, goes right to Carlson, bang, back of the net. I talked about the goal Eichel scored in game 2. That's not one that he should have let up. I don't know if Mackenzie Blackwood makes that save either. That's the other problem. And this is the problem that you have in Colorado. Are these guys good enough? This goes against Filk, the conversation of that you just need to have a decent goalie and you could go win. You don't need elite goaltending. Maybe if Colorado had better goaltending, that would be the case. But
it's Carter Hart elite. Is Freddie Anderson elite?
No.
I'd
say the last one.
That's the thing. None of these goaltenders that are in the Final Four are elite. None of them are anything close to it.
Because you need a strong defense. And I think every Stanley Cup champion has proved this for the last few years, possibly with the exception of maybe Tampa Bay Part 2. But for the most part,
Tampa Bay Part 2, they had a strong defense.
Yeah.
They had a very strong defense. The weakest defensive corps that I have seen win the Stanley Cup in my lifetime, possibly, it's probably the 06 Hurricanes. You had Frankie Caberlet and Aaron Ward playing 23, 24 minutes a game as their top pairing.
Yeah.
They won because that offense was so deep and so good.
And an aging Glenn Wesley, who was still hanging on.
Aging Glenn Wesley. Ward was in his early mid-30s at that point before he came to the Rangers.
I mean, I like Brett Hedican, but he wasn't exactly a burner.
Again, another one.
Yeah.
Still a very good skater at that age, but he was in his mid-30s at least at that point.
But and also, let's not forget who won the Stanley Cup for them, Cam Ward. So,
well, Conn Smythe, he wasn't an elite goalie.
No. And again, we still make that argument all the time, people. You don't need elite goaltending, and you don't need to pay him $11.5 million. All right, Phil, the Conn Smythe front runner right now. If they won the Stanley Cup right now, let's just say they bypassed the finals, they handed it out. Who do you think it is, Mitch Marner or Freddie Anderson? I know.
Mitch Marner. This is a no-brainer for me. Mitch Marner. I think the media would just love to stick it to Toronto and have Mitch Marner, but Mitch Marner has also been, I think he's been the best player. I think just he has a chip on his shoulder. He doesn't have to be the guy. He's just comfortable where he is playing with Jack Eichel. I mean, it's just crazy. I thought I was told online on the twitter.com that state tax, no state tax didn't matter.
It's a factor. It's not the be all end all. There are people that are trying to make it. There are people that are trying to make this into this is it. Oh, it's always going to be either Vegas or Tennessee or Texas or Florida in the Stanley Cup Finals every single year. People, no, the state tax does have something to do with it, but scouting and development matters so much more.
Yes, it does, but the state tax plays a massive factor.
I don't know about the word massive.
Okay, so what is Mitch Marner getting on a new deal in Toronto or New York or Montreal or Denver or California? You think he's getting $12 million even?
No, but also, would you say
he's
that
getting Leon Draisaitl money? That
right.
is an extra $2 million per year that you cannot use because
would you also say that Mitch Marner? Would you also say, Phil, that Mitch Marner looked at the Vegas Golden Knights and said, "If for me to win, I need to take just a little bit less." Jack Eichel's going up to $13.5 million next year.
Yeah, but why can he afford to take less?
I understand that it is a factor.
I
as
want
I
to hear you
did
say it because you're trying to dance around it.
No,
why can he afford to do that?
Because everybody made this argument for years, and trust me, I understand what Frosty's saying right here. But the thing is, before 2020, you didn't have any state income. Actually, in 2020, you had two of them, by the way. But Marner's making 12.
12 against
you had all
the
these guys that are making so much less money.
Eichel is making
$10 million right now because he's still on the deal for Buffalo
right now, and that's going to go up to 13.5.
Oh my goodness, he didn't take a pay cut.
Jack Eichel got 30. Jack Eichel is almost making Leon Draisaitl money. When you have a 90-plus point player that's a Selke caliber center, you're going to get paid.
Yes, and after everything he's done in Vegas, you're going to have to pay him. Here's the thing. Vegas is also looking at it and going, just pay the guys. We'll figure out the rest later. And they're able to do stuff on the fly. Trust me, Korzak getting 2 assists in game 3. That has nothing to do with the state income tax. That has to do with Vegas being able to identify the talent, plug them in, and those guys are working. Brett Howden is making
got $3.25 million when people thought he would get upwards of 5+. Like you can get away with that. Why does Tampa have Kucherov, Vasilevsky, and Point and Stamkos? I'm sorry. They had Kucherov. The number that I brought up the other day was Kucherov, Stamkos, and Vasilevsky were all making, before Stamkos left, they were making a combined $27.5 million against the cap. You are not getting that in New York. You're not getting that in LA. You're not getting that in Toronto, whose taxes are even worse. You're not getting that in Montreal. You're only getting that in less than a handful of places. It helps.
It helps, but why hasn't Nashville made the Stanley Cup Finals since 2017?
Because Nashville doesn't have good players.
Then scouting and development matters more than that.
They have Forsberg and Yossi, and that's it.
Again, scouting and development matters so much more. I'm just saying it's a factor and agreeing with you. I'll lay down that olive branch. But for years, Florida and Tampa Bay couldn't put together winning teams. Now they suddenly have winning organizations. And maybe, I don't know, I'm kind of kooky like this. Let's get rid of the cronies in some of these big markets like Toronto and the Rangers and start getting places that know how to win. Like get guys from Dallas and Florida who have put together winning organizations, because that's the way sports works. You get to the top, then the other teams pluck the people from it. Because the Rangers don't have a culture of winning. The Maple Leafs don't have a culture of winning. I mean, we had our doubts about Boston. They were able to come back a little bit. But I can't just say, I know there are people, I'm not saying you're saying this, Phil. I'm just saying there are people out there that think, oh, well, it's just the state income tax. It's not just the state income tax because Minnesota beat Dallas. That's a huge tax structure. Hell,
Yeah,
I mean,
but Dallas is great at drafting and developing. You know what they're not good at? Fixing the right side of their defense.
yeah, and they need to do that. But going back to this, I'm not going to poo-poo Freddie Anderson. By the way, I do have to love that both of these guys are former Toronto Maple Leaf whipping boys. But yeah, Phil, at this rate, let's say if this goes to a 7-game series and in the next round between these two teams, I would almost hand it to Mitch Marner in a losing effort. That's how good he's been. And Mitch Marner is the exact type of player John Tortorella loves. And since Tortorella's been there, and you can probably check all the stats, he's been incredible. This is just the right guy, the right fit for him. Filk, and lastly, our last pick him before we get to some bar talk topics. Which Canadian needs to step up more? Noah Dobson or Cole Caulfield?
Cole Caulfield. He's more of the guy that that needs to really start converting on offense. He's been kind of quiet fairly recently. Noah Dobson is not the linchpin back there for Montreal. He's just another dude back there. Lane Hutson's the guy. Lane Hutson's going to have to handle the load on defense and the puck moving. And Mike Matheson has been, a guy that's been looked at as like a two-way guy, good puck mover. Dobson's just another guy. Caulfield is expected to be the number 2 source, or maybe even the number 1 source of offense. Number 1 in terms of goals, in terms of overall points and play driving, you'd probably point to Nick Suzuki, but not Ichiro. But I'm always going to have to do that to you.
Well, Ichiro was a hell of a player. I bet he would be a great hockey player.
Oh, yeah, totally. I wonder if the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks could field an ice hockey team. But yeah, it's Caulfield. It's Caulfield because that's their number 1 guy goal scoring wise. And they needed to convert. Caulfield needed that goal last night. Again, I wouldn't have overturned that. I think that was too close of a play to say, hey, he didn't have possession. I think by the time you basically received the pass at that point, it's there. To me, I think that's an onside play. But I think if that counts, I think that could wake him up. But you can see the frustration in his face. So it's
hard enough to score 1 goal against Jacob Slavin on the ice, and you get a goal disallowed. It's just that's the same thing as like a goalie letting in a soft goal just deflates you. In this particular case, you know what? I am going to agree. It's Cole Caulfield. He's got to step up. He's got to do something. But first, let me just say this about West Coast Darnell Nurse. I called it.
West Coast Darnell Nurse.
Because every Canadian fan that came at us on Twitter and TikTok and Instagram when we said the Islanders won that deal running away. Yes, they did. Noah Dobson is not a $9.5 million defenseman. Sorry, folks. He's not. He's not elite. We used to say the potential of him being elite, but the last season of him with the New York Islanders, all of us kind of woke up and went, he's really not great in his own end. Well, look at him now. And again, that's going to be his new nickname. I'll have to see how I can say it in French, Darnell Nurse, but he's now the new Darnell Nurse. We're going to be hearing about him for the next 6 years, and just to be like, oh, look, he's the one hampering the Canadians' salary cap situation. Sorry. That's all I got to say about that one, because that's the truth when it comes to him. He's just not a great defenseman. And Anthony, actually, welcome back, Anthony LaRocco, who's with us again. Anthony, you get to answer this. And if you didn't miss my nickname for him, West Coast Darnell Nurse, Noah Dobson. Anthony, we watched him play with the Islanders. Who needs to step up more? Noah Dobson or Cole Caulfield?
You mean East Coast Darnell Nurse?
East Coast Darnell Nurse. No, I'm sorry. Still in
I mean,
rank mode.
despite Dobson, which has been the same story with him not being great defensively and some of his decision making not being very good in high pressure moments, I gotta go Cole Caulfield here. I mean, 51 goals during the regular season. He's got 5 goals in 17 games in the playoffs. Not like terrible, but for a guy that scored 51 goals and your team's best goal scorer, he needs to have more than 5 through 17 games. Like, I do understand that, playoff style hockey is more tighter checking, and it's, every inch of ice is harder. You got to fight for it. It's not as easy to score, but still, I mean, look at how many goals a guy like Brett Howden has. So, like, Caulfield needs to score more. So I'm going Caulfield.
Yeah, and again, we said a lot of nice things about Noah Dobson in the past. We could stop saying them now. All right, guys, that is it right there for us on the Pick'em segment. Let's go and just do a quick word from SeatGeek, and then let's go to do some NHL Bar Talk. As soon as this works.
The ticket prices are all over the place. I used to waste hours comparing sites until I discovered SeatGeek. Here's the game changer. They actually rate every ticket so you can see which seats give you the best bang for your buck. I've used it for everything from Rangers games to concerts like Billy Joel and comedy shows like Nate Bargatze. The app shows you the view from your seat before you buy, which is honestly genius. No more guessing if you're stuck behind a pole. Whether it's sports, music, or comedy, SeatGeek covers thousands of events. Stop overpaying for mediocre seats. SeatGeek. Let's kick it into high pace. Grab your mates, it's time to unlock NHL Bar Talk.
Layup, get the damn hoop.
We go shot here.
The easiest I've ever had to answer.
I'm actually going to go crazy. I'm going to buy everybody around.
We're all in this game, let the good time shake.
And welcome back, everybody, to Big Apple Hockey's Bar Talk. We're gauging our confidence on these NHL topics based on our choice of drink. So confident that you're buying around, so I'll have beer. Oh my God, I need a shot. Well, play along down in the comments with us below. And as usual, I keep plugging the bar that I work at. Boss Croakers, Wing Wednesday. Come on down, 40-cent wings, $2 tacos, $4 Miller Lights and Yinglings. And next week, game 1 of the NBA Finals with the New York Knicks facing, I'll say, Oklahoma City. And let's see what the Knicks can do, because, wow, what a run they're on. But first, let's get into this. And let's start with Semyon Varlamov, because his last game was November 29th of 2024. I do believe that's your birthday, isn't it, Filk?
It's the next
30.
day.
Ah, damn it. All right. I was just going off the cuff. All right. But he's been working his way back, and Semyon Varlamov will be the Islanders' backup goalie this coming season. Anthony?
So this is an interesting one because as the Islanders were basically pretty much getting eliminated from the playoff contention, Varlamov went down to Bridgeport on a conditioning stint, and he played in a few games, which was huge for a guy who hadn't played in a pro game in so long. Got through it. He's healthy. He looked good. So that's the good thing. However, though, when you're at his age and you're coming off a scenario where you worked your tail off to come back on double knee replacement, I think the team needs to have an insurance plan in case, something were to go wrong with him, whether in his training in the summertime or in training camp, something happens, or if he's completely healthy and he just doesn't perform well. You can't have all of your eggs in one basket and him being the backup. So I think even though it looks like he could be on track to get back to playing in the NHL, I think the team still needs to bring in another backup, whether that's, re-sign Rittich or some other option. I think they're going to have like a 3-goalie system, kind of, because like I said, I think you do need that guy in waiting in case something happens to Varlamov. So because of that, I will go with a beer.
All right. Phil, what are you going with?
So Riddick is not under contract right now, from what I can see.
Nope.
For them, so he's a free agent. I would personally bring him back. I don't think he's going to get a starting job anywhere. I mean, he played well for the Islanders. I don't know why you wouldn't bring him back. The question becomes, what does he want, like in terms of salary? Because Varlamov makes 2.75 against the cap. Riddick made this year $1 million. He's gonna want a raise from that, and he absolutely deserves it. With the cap going up, get Jari? No, no. I hope you're trolling. I hope you're trolling.
He's definitely trolling.
Yeah, I mean, I know Devin Cooley's playing for at the Worlds right now. He looks decent, but the Worlds is a second-rate tournament. I try not to put too much stock into it because of the lack of talent there. Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go round.
Okay.
Because if they want to bring Riddick back, then you have to move Varlamov. You can't have 3 goalies on and 2 backups that are making it upwards of $5 million combined. That's just too much money spent into goaltending. I get it, but you're gonna have to have some sort of depth, like Anthony's saying. Anthony's absolutely right about that. But you're going to need cheaper depth that can play and stay fresh in Hamilton, and then come up if Varlamov gets hurt, and it's very possible. So if Varlamov wants to play and wants to be the backup, I can't see them bringing back Riddick. If they want to move Varlamov, I would be all for giving Riddick what Varlamov makes right now, because I think that's a fair contract for a backup that's as good as Riddick is.
I hate to say it. I'm going to have to go shot on this because I think, look, that's a lot of hockey that he's missed, especially at the advanced age. I off the top of my head, I got to look up his age. I think he's like,
I think he's 36. I think he's 36.
Yeah. But it's
Varlamov?
Yeah.
38.
Yeah. 38. I was going to say 38 too. That's what's even funnier. But that's a lot and a double knee replacement. So he's got to do more, and he's got to do it at the highest level. I don't see it. I would love to have that story in there for him because he was good for the Islanders when they had him. And it's just difficult when you're missing that much time. And that's why I'm just doubtful about it. And everybody loves this guy. So it would be nice if it works for him. I just don't see it just yet. Let's stick with some contract news and some contract talks. Let's go to New Jersey first before we go anywhere else. The contract talks between Nico Hischier and the New Jersey Devils. Pierre LeBrun says preliminary talks with Hischier and the Devils are amicable and positive, which everything should always be amicable and positive when you first start talking, because you don't just go, pay me, but I wanted to use the MFer word, but I just couldn't really get it in there. So, Filk, Nico Hischier will sign a contract extension with the Devils this summer.
I'm gonna go round. I don't see him leaving. I just don't. He's been there for too long. He's the captain. I I don't. I think $7.25 million is a steal for him right now because just the fact that he's just a real good two-way player. I mean, he's had a couple of down years since his 2023 season. That was the year that Jack Hughes had 99 points, and a lot of people talking about like MVP talks and stuff like that with Jack Hughes.
So did I.
But I mean, since then, 67 points in 71 games, 69 in 75 games. And this year was just a bad year for Jersey in general, but 28 goals and 66 points in 82 games. I think he's getting closer to 10. I don't think he's going anywhere. I wouldn't be shocked if he gets like 9.5 million. 9.5 to 9.75 million, and he's there for max term on this next deal.
Anthony?
I'm going to go round two. I think, as you see with this year's free agent class, I think like UFA's I don't want to say it's dying, but like I think a lot of top players are realizing, most guys are happy where they are, and they re-sign. So I think, Nico Hischier, he's in a good market, a good area. The Devils have good young talent around them. As long as he believes in Meta's direction of where the team's going, I don't see him. I don't see him leaving. I think he's going to stay. So for me, I'm going to go round as well.
You know what, guys? Let's make it a hat trick, and let's also just say round again, because I was going to say shot at first, and I'm thinking to myself, let's see where they're going in a year. You got to believe in Sonny Meta, but also let's not forget where Sonny Meta just came from. He came from the Florida Panthers. And you had the key player on the Florida Panthers in this Stanley Cup runs, and it was quite obvious this season, was Alexander Barkov. No Alexander Barkov, no Stanley Cups. And what do you have with Nico Hischier? You have a guy that could be a Selke caliber player, and maybe even a Selke winner as early as next year. He did finish second 3 years ago. But this is going to be a guy you can focus what they want to do around him. And he does provide the offense, and he doesn't have to carry the offense because that's what Jack Hughes is for. I think I mean, I just don't know where they're going as far as scheme goes. See about that. Because I heard conflicting reports actually last week, and now I'm having a bit of a forgetful thing. Is Keith coming back?
Is who coming back?
Sheldon Keefe. Is he coming back?
Yeah, he hasn't been yet.
They announced that he's coming back? Okay. I'm not the biggest fan of his, but
yeah, I don't think he's a guy that gets the job done, but that's
long term, if you're believing in what Meta's going to do, then that could be something. And I still think you could need to make a big move to break up the core. We'll get into that later on in the summer. All right, let's go and do some draft talk, because after all, the New York Rangers are projected to take North Dakota defenseman Keaton Verhoff at 5, according to Pronman's latest mock draft. Filk, the Rangers should target Keaton Verhoff over Carson Karls at 5.
Beer. When I look at somebody like Keaton Verhoff, I see Aaron Ekblad. I see a big, mobile, two-way defender that you can build around. There's a lot of potential there. I know the skating needs work. He's a little more of a project. The Rangers already have EJ Emery at North Dakota. And you got to know that the Rangers, they like what North Dakota does with their players, their development. They're one of the best programs in the NCAA and have been for the better part of the last, I would say, 25 plus years. I do think that they should do their due diligence with him. I do believe that they're going to lean towards somebody who is a little more mobile. And I do think left side might be a priority because they have some left side depth issues. And not that Carson Karls would fix that this year, but in the future, they're going to want somebody there because Vladislav Gavrikov is a very good shutdown defenseman. But can you continue to count on him for 10 goals and 30 points every year if he's not getting the power play time that he got this year? So I'm going to say Beer just because I do think there is a world where Keaton Verhoff comes out as the best defenseman in this draft. Like, there is absolutely a world that is very realistically possible. But I think the Rangers may prioritize other things over Verhoff, and I think the skating might scare them a little bit. On the other end of it, I do think that this just might be smoke screens and blowing smoke out people's asses because this is a hell of a player that was talked at one time as possibly going number one overall ahead of Gavin McKenna. I will be doing scouting reports on all these guys, by the way, like I did last year. We will absolutely have draft coverage and mock drafts and everything like that. So stay tuned to that. But Karls seems like a very good fit for the Rangers at 5. I don't see Stenberg falling to 5. If he somehow does, the Rangers are running up to that podium and making the pick before someone can claim some sort of technicality. They're running away laughing. So,
Anthony, what do you think? Verhoff over Karls?
Is prevalent to this conversation. So
yes, it is.
It came out today. Corey Proman ranked compared to all the top 5 defensemen, but I'm gonna go Beer here too. But I think that there's a very real possibility they might go Karls. So if you see here, tail of the tape, they have Chase Reed as the best defenseman available. Which, by the way, unless something completely unforeseen happens, I think he's out of the range for the Rangers. But I think you're debating here between Verhoff and Karls. As you see here, as Filk alluded to, the skating on Verhoff is less than how they rank Reed, Karls, Smits, and Rudolph. But if you see here, Karls and Albert Smits are the 2 players that they gave a 5.0 in different categories. Karls in compete and Albert Smits in shot. But I think if you go down and you read about Karls, this is why I think they might take him. It says while his puck play and vision are not major selling points, he has shown enough in those areas to project as a true top pair match defender following a highly productive draft season in the WHL. Even if his offensive touch isn't special, his elite defensive and transition game have him project out to a defenseman akin to Ryan McDonough. So you could be talking about a Ryan McDonough who just skates a lot better, and I think that might be very attractive for the Rangers. So, as they say, Verhoff, if he hits a ceiling, he projects as a foundational piece for a winning team. But as Filk alluded to, I think they might be scared off about his skating, and it might push them to go with Carson Karls with their pick in the draft. So, one thing I just wanted to add, because I don't think it gets enough love, but Albert Smits is projecting to be a very good defenseman, Jacob Chikrin-esque. And apparently he has a cannon of a shot. So
I would not be surprised if he ends up going first, like not first overall, but the first defenseman. I wouldn't. Yeah. Something about him screams Moritz Seider to me. I don't know what it is, but I can see that developmental curve.
Yeah,
I can.
Yeah. We're going to be talking a lot of Rangers coverage over the next 6 weeks, guys. So everybody buckle up for that, as well as doing Rangers and Islanders postseason wrap up. But this is my gut says the Rangers should probably trade back and get a forward if they're going to try to target Bjork or somebody like that. and not draft him up high if you can. Move back for him. However, I mean, this is why I just said just let the chips fall where they may, and just take who's left of Verhoff, Malhotra, Reed, or possibly even Stenberg. So just whoever you get that's left of that, just run to the podium, go take them, and then actually play them and develop them instead of throwing them on the bench forever. But let's stick with Ivor Stenberg because you saw that move he put on today at the World Championships.
Yeah.
Very nice move because at the World Championships right now, 7 goals, 4 assists. 7 games, 4 goals, 4 assists, 8 points. Oops. But Anthony, the Maple Leafs should draft Ivor Stenberg over Gavin McKenna.
This is one of those situations where it's like McKenna might have the most pure skill in the draft, but Stenberg, I think, is going to be the more complete player. I mean, look what he's doing. So, again, it is the Worlds, but still, there are very, very good NHL players playing at the Worlds right now. I mean, hell, Sidney Crosby's at the Worlds. So, like, Stenberg's playing against legitimate NHL players right now, and he's performing very well. So, I mean, that said, I do think his overall game is better than McKenna. I think he's going to be a more polished player at the NHL level. But I think when you're the Toronto Maple Leafs, you have a kid from Canada who's flashy, highly skilled. I don't think you could pass up on him. Yes, Matt Sundin is there, and he's Swedish. I get that connection, but you don't take a player because of that. However, it wouldn't surprise me if Sundin really was enamored with Stenberg. That could be at play, but I'm gonna go shot just because I think there's no way they pass up on McKenna. However, that doesn't mean I agree with it. I do really believe that Stenberg, when it's all said and done, could be the better player, but I think they're not going to pass up on McKenna.
Filk.
I'm going to say beer. The reason why I'll say beer is because of the fact that what type of player do you want? And when it's all said and done, I do think Gavin McKenna can be a superstar kind of player. It's funny, a lot of the talk about Gavin McKenna is the same exact talk that went down with Patrick Kane. Small, floats, not the greatest skater. Extremely skilled, good hands, very quick hands. Like you see him do those videos where the pucks are flying at him and he's stick handling through the pucks going around him. Gavin McKenna could do that the same way Patrick Kane did. Gavin McKenna's shot is probably on par with Kane's, maybe even better at that age. What it's going to come down to is that the Maple Leafs are going to have to ask themselves, can this guy be like Patrick Kane, where come playoff time, like, will he be able to get to the middle and drive there and attack the middle of the ice? And I do believe that he can. The reason that he can is if you watch him, yes, he floats a little bit and his puck is off the puck play, leaves a bit to be desired defensively. Like a lot, I should say. But when his team has the puck, he knows where to go and how to get to the middle of the ice to attack it. I watched a video where 48% of his offense came from the middle slot of the ice. This is a guy that understands how to get there. Not only that, but a lot of the talk about this is coming down to the fact that McKenna, instead of staying in the WHL and scoring 175 points in his sleep, like he probably could have done this year, decided to take the harder and tougher route and go play against a guy that's an equivalent of a big brother that's 20, 21 years old. The average age in the WHL, in the CHL rather, is about 18.8 years old. In the NCAA, it's about 21 years old almost. It's like 20 point. I think it was 7. I think the number said. I could be wrong. I watched a video on this the other day, but Gavin McKenna is a guy that can absolutely be a game breaker. Absolute game breaker. If you want to build down the middle and win, Ivar Stenberg can be your guy. What happens with Austin Matthews? Like, does he stay down? Does he still want out? If he wants out, then I think you go Stenberg and you take the center and you build around him. And I know it's crazy to give that pick, give Gavin McKenna possibly to San Jose, but you might have to do it if Matthews leaves.
31 years ago, Wendell Clark was traded for Matt Sundin, or 32 years ago it might be. And it was not a popular move. You talked about giving up one of the most popular players, arguably in the history of the Toronto Maple Leafs. And the thing is, it wasn't a popular move, but it was one of the best moves they ever made. Because then you had Matt Sundin come in and just flourish forever. As much as it might pain a lot of Canadians to look at a guy that played on the Canadian national team and that played very well, and you go, oh, it's a no-brainer they're getting Gavin McKenna. You could pass on him. I will go as high as a beer. And only because do your due diligence. After all, Montreal did it with Shane Wright. They didn't take him. He gave him the stare down. Montreal's had the last laugh because Filkowski is a hell of a player. Getting back to this, Matt Sundin, obviously now in charge of the Maple Leafs, along with the con man, John
Can
Scheifele.
play center. Most part plays wing, can play center.
But this is going to be an organizational decision that's going to affect them for years. You better be damn well sure when you go to that podium and announce proverbially thinking, because obviously they're not going to the podium because it's a decentralized draft again. But they got to be sure that this is what they want. And that's where the hard part on that comes in. But I am going to go beer. And Phil, you were talking about average ages of teams. Well, Colorado Avalanche have an average age of 29.9 right now, second oldest team in the league compared to Winnipeg that has, coming into the season, they were over 30. And right now they're down 3 games to none, starting to see some tread on those tires. Anthony, I asked you this first. Colorado's age will prevent them from winning a Stanley Cup.
For me, this is a shot. I'm trying to see the point you're trying to make. I get it, but Cale Makar is 27. Natchez is 27. Nathan McKinnon is 30, and the guy's not slowing down anytime soon. So, like, their core players are all still very, very good. Like, what are you like trying to imply that they're not going to be good anymore? Like, I don't care. Nathan McKinnon is, like I said, yeah, he's 30, but he's going to be he's one of the best players in the world and is going to continue to be. Same thing with Cale Makar. He's still young. He's 27. So, I mean, sure, you want to point to, like, Nazem Kadri's 34 and Brock Nelson's a little older, sure, but they're still very good players and contribute to a winning team. So, they're not losing. They're not going to get eliminated right now because of their age. They're going to get eliminated right now because, for me, Vegas is just simply playing better right now, and their goaltending isn't particularly good. Carter Hart's significantly outplaying their goaltending. I don't think it has anything to do with their age. It's Phil alluded to maybe lack of puck movers aside from Carr and Taves and their goaltending. I don't think this is an age thing or anything close to it.
Okay. Phil, do you think age is going to prevent them from winning?
No.
Okay.
I mean, Landeskog is 33. I mean, Nichushkin and Lehkonen are 30. McKinnon's 30. Josh Manson's 34, but, I mean, you're not really – Josh Manson's not really one of, like, the guys who's really carrying the big load there. I mean, it's Burns is really kind of a depth guy for them. I know he's 40, but like, no, it's health. It's the goalies are just not playing well for them, and it's also the fact that they don't have the puck movers in the back end. They don't. I mean, you have to have a balance of good puck movers and stout defenders. I mean, you had Manson. Taves is a great two-way guy to complement Makar, and then you get rid of Girard to bring in Kulak because you thought Sam Malinsky was going to replace Girard. I mean, that's just, you know what? For all the good moves Chris McFarland's made, that's the one where I'm looking at and I'm just like, huh? I don't see it. I'm sorry, but I again, it's definitely not age. It's a combination of other things. Age is the last thing that I'm worried about. There's only 6 guys on that team that are regulars that are over the age of 30.
I believe so. Yeah.
So McKinnon, Nichushkin, Lehkonen, Burns, Landeskog. Oh no, Olofsson and Taves. Oh no, so it's 7, but it's again. There's only one guy over the age of 35. That's it. So no.
Yeah, I saw somebody trying to make this case, and to be honest with you, I'm actually going to go beer only because of some of the supplemental players like Brock Nelson is starting to get up there. He's starting to get long in the tooth, and so is Nazem Kadri, and those are going to be 2 key players who can go forward. But their core is all still pretty young. Marnie Natchez, though, 1 assist so far in this series. You got to be better than that. And I've said before, I could sing the praises of Nate McKinnon forever and never run out of superlatives. But it's not going to be the age that's going to get them, because the thing is, I think because of that, their cup window is still open no matter what after this. They're going to challenge. They're going to be one of the best teams in the league next year. We know that. I do question their goaltending. And look, I credit them for reshaping their goaltending 2 years ago on the fly. But now you're going to actually have to figure out what you're doing with them. And somebody's got to be a starter. You can't just go tandems for like this forever. Is it Wedgwood? Is this guy's second act? I don't know. I don't see it. But I don't think age is going to be a problem in Colorado, just with some of their secondary players. That's about it. All right. And let's also go to the Vegas Golden Knights for this one, guys, because Vegas is denying permission for the Edmonton Oilers to speak with Bruce Cassidy. So Filk, and there's other teams too, because they wouldn't let him talk to the Kings either. Filk, the Golden Knights are being petty in denying Cassidy the ability to speak with the Oilers.
Beer, because yes and no. They don't. I mean, I get that he's no longer their coach. Torts is the coach. But the fact of the matter is that he's a very good coach. He's a Stanley Cup winning coach, former Jack Adams winner. And, Edmonton could really use a guy like him. I don't like – and I understand they don't want him to go to a rival, especially a team that they've played in the playoffs. I don't like the fact that they're denying a man a job. And there are multiple teams that want to hire him. There's nothing you can do. Like, at some point, this guy's going to get a job somewhere. And if you're gonna sit there and you're gonna make it your basically your prerogative to make sure that he doesn't stay in the West, and that's not a good look for you as a franchise. It's not. So let this guy go. Let this guy sign where he wants to sign, and just leave it be.
Anthony?
I'm going to go round. I mean, I get LA and Edmonton, the rivals, same division. I get all that, but you're 1 win away from the Stanley Cup Finals. You're a very good team. You have a fantastic coach. for your team in Tortorella there. You pushed the right button by making that change. Just who cares? Like, yes, I know. Cassidy going to LA or Edmonton would hurt. The rivals. You play them a lot. You've played them in the playoffs. But so be it. Like, just look where you are now. Like, I don't understand why they're even playing this game or going down this path. I mean, they're hoping that leaves just the Maple Leafs as an option and he's out of the conference. But I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I'm actually going to go beer on this one. I wanted to go shot, but I have to go up to beer only because you're right about one thing, Anthony. You're one win away from the Stanley Cup Finals, and they're trying to dictate where he's going to go. But you also don't want to gift wrap a good coach to somebody. After all, one thing that comes to mind with that is the Florida Marlins fired Freddie Gonzalez, was it the name? And he just ended up going to the Braves and then winning the division after year after that. There's those times where you got an asset. It might not be worth something to you, but it's going to be worth something to somebody else. So you want to try to avoid that. So in this case, look, the first year with Vegas, Cassidy won the Stanley Cup. And then after that's 4 years of hell. They don't want the first year to go to Edmonton. They want the last 4 years to go to Edmonton. So we'll see whether or not that would be the case. Because after all, Cassidy's a good coach, but his message runs out. So I don't know but you know what? You want to be petty? You're still gonna have to pay him. That's the thing. All right, guys, that's the end of Big Apple Hockey's Bar Talk. We gauged our confidence on NHL topics based on our choice of drink. And let's go. Let's do some Puck Doku today and get on that. Hopefully a shorter show for us today. And I think this might be a good one today for Puck Doku, as getting it for you right now, guys. And here we go. All right. Our Y-axis is the Tampa Bay Lightning, the Boston Bruins, and the Minnesota Wild. Going on the X-axis, the New York Islanders, Florida Panthers, and 10 playoff games in a single postseason.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. I'll go first because I need to redeem myself from last week. So
all right, Phil, here we go.
Tampa, the top right one. No, top right.
Top right.
My bad.
I will use Chris Dingman here.
0.8.
Boston, 10 playoff games. Go Glenn Wesley.
Okay. 0.7.
Minnesota and Islanders, go Matthias Weinhandel.
It's a good one.
Oh, there he is. 0.8.
Islanders, Boston. I'm pretty sure this was the first ever player I used in obscurities, but Grigory's Pantaleevs. Just try just the last name. Try Pant. Yeah,
there you go. Okay. 0.3.
Islanders, Tampa. Do Michael Anderson.
Michael Anderson, 85 to 2000.
The Andersson 1.
Okay, that's what I got.
Yeah.
All right, good. 0.9.
Boston and Florida, Greg Hallgood.
All right. 0.7.
Florida and Minnesota, Jason Weimer.
0.7.
You know what? Florida and Tampa. If I recall correctly, he might have actually been the first player to play for both these teams. Jody Hull.
0.5.
It's a good one.
Minnesota 10 playoff games. Willie Mitchell.
Okay, Phil, you ended up with a 0. So I am thoroughly boned. But Anthony, would you like to go next?
Sure.
Mark, what is with you in that phrase?
Yeah.
I watch a lot of Futurama.
I'm gonna Islanders Lightning. Start me off with Constant Crossman.
0.6.
Panthers Lightning. Give me Jeff Norton.
0.5.
All right. Islanders Bruins. Give me Dennis Vasky.
0.2.
Wow, good one.
Bruins Panthers. Give me Mike Motto.
0.3.
All right. Islanders Wild. I'll do Sean Hill. Wait. Nope. Andy Sutton.
0.7.
Here's where I'll use Sean Hill.
0.8.
All right. Lightning 10 plus playoff game, 10 playoff games in a season, single postseason. Give me Braden Coburn.
I forgot how to spell his name for his bet.
Braydon. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know why I blanked, but
Bruins. I actually don't know if he did or not. I'm just gonna guess and hope that Bob Beers played in 10 games with the playoff games of the Bruins in a season.
he did it.
All right.
Minnesota 10 playoff games.
I don't think Zhidlicki played with the games for them. No other defensemen, Islanders. You know what? Thomas Vanek.
Anthony, you got a 0 as well. And your list, your theme today, all former New York Islanders, and you love to do the New York Islanders defensemen whenever you do it. So kudos to you. All right. I'll start with this one. Corey Cross and Tampa Bay. I already lost.
Oh, God.
Really?
Mark, the only run that he could have had would have been 96. And they didn't get far in that playoffs.
I thought he was on the 2004 team. Let's try this one.
No. Corey Cross is in Edmonton. Remember, he was a Ranger by the time 2004 came around.
Oh, that's right.
He went to Edmonton from the Rangers.
All right. Well, Sean Bergenheim would have been the one I would have gone with right here because he had that big run. I was already over. Mike Motto would have been the guy I would use right here for Islanders and Bruins.
Honestly, you probably could have used Jason Weimer on that bottom spot for Islanders and Minnesota, I believe.
Okay.
Use Marek Zhidlicki, too.
Yeah, that's true too.
I think I'd rather use Jitlicky.
Randy Robitaille.
Randy Robitaille could also be used for Boston, and
No,
if you already used him for yeah.
I already lost it, so let's go right to the pyramid, guys.
All right.
750 games played, 500 career points, played in the 90s, then played for, and then they also have to be a member of the Canadiens, a member of the Flames, and a member of the Vancouver Canucks.
I don't immediately know who this is pointing at.
No, I was thinking Trevor Linden for a minute, but he never played for Calgary.
No.
Yeah, that's right. All right, so let's start with this one first. 750 games played. Who do you want to say? I'll just throw one out there. Harry Howell.
Yeah, why not? That's fine.
Okay, that's a 0. 500 career points and 750 games played.
Sean McEachran?
He had 500 points.
I'm pretty sure McEachran had 500 points.
And he did. Played in the 90s.
Did Joseph Stumple play 750 games?
Don't know.
Because he played into the 2000s, but oh yeah, he did. Yeah, he fits.
Okay, so we'll go Joseph Stumple.
Yeah.
All right, so Stumple. Okay, we're still at a 0. All those in a Montreal Canadian.
Matthew Schneider.
I wonder if that's going to be popular.
I always forget how to spell Matthew Schneider's name.
IEU. Just go Schneider.
Okay, could have just done that. I can't believe I'm just blowing. Because I kept on doing 2 T's. That was the problem.
Yeah.
Matthew Schneider is in 0 still. Calgary Flames.
So Flame Canadian, 750 games played, 500 points.
I mean, Mike Camilleri, obviously, but if you got this, actually,
I don't
Mike Camilleri never played in the 90s.
Yeah, Mike Camilleri, I don't think he played.
No, his rookie season, I think, was
2000. Yeah, 02-03.
Yeah, I know. I realized that afterwards because
did Russ Courtnall play for Calgary?
Russ Courtnall never played for Calgary, I don't think. But that actually would have been a really good. No, he didn't play for Calgary.
No, he did not. What about Jeff Courtnall?
Jeff Courtnall
never played for Calgary either.
Yeah.
Okay, no.
He played for Montreal, I believe.
No, Jeff played for Washington, never played for Montreal.
Well,
okay, so Russ played for Montreal and Vancouver, never played for Calgary.
I think I have one that fits all of them. Roman Hamrlik, because he played for Montreal, he played for Calgary.
He played for Vancouver? No,
he never played for Vancouver.
No, I was about to say.
So you can use Roman Hamrlik here.
Tampa to the Islanders, Tampa to Edmonton to Islanders. Roman Hamrlik did play for Calgary.
Yeah.
Oh, he never played for Vancouver. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna go with the hammer right here. And now you need somebody that fits all those plus the Vancouver Canucks. By the way, just for the record, right, you need a score of 2.
I can't. Who?
Did Valerie Bure play for Vancouver at all?
That's who I was just thinking of, but I don't.
I think he finished up his career in Florida. I think he only played.
No, it was in I think it was actually in Dallas. It was in Dallas. He never played in Vancouver. Shit.
Sergio Momesso. He fit any of this?
Momesso definitely played in Vancouver and Montreal. I'm not sure. No, he never played in Calgary.
He never played in Calgary.
He doesn't have the game.
And he wouldn't have had the points anyway.
Yeah. All right.
Let's see. Brett Hedican. Nope.
Hedican played,
and he didn't have the points anyway.
No, he wouldn't have 500 points.
No.
I thought maybe Jurke Lume, but no, he doesn't fit.
Chris Higgins?
Yes, Chris Higgins fits all these teams actually, but he
Except
never
for
played in the 90s.
2004 is when Chris
He
Higgins
never,
started.
yeah, he never played in the 90s.
Vancouver.
Radim Verbata?
Anybody check on Radim Verbata? I don't think. I don't think he's there. I thought outside chance one of your favorite guys, Anthony. Thought Tom Curvers would be right there.
No, he never played for Calgary.
Yeah.
Christian Huselius? No, he didn't.
Never played for Montreal. I don't think he played for Vancouver either.
I don't think he did actually.
And he never played in the 90s. He made his debut in the early 2000s.
This is a good one.
Yeah, he went from Florida to Calgary to Columbus, Huselius.
Robert Reichel is just Calgary.
Yeah, never. I don't think Sillinger played in Montreal, Dave.
That's one of the few teams he didn't. I don't think he did ever play for.
Yeah, I don't ever. I mean, he was drafted by Detroit. He was Detroit, San Jose, Philly, St. Louis, Tampa Bay, Islanders, Nashville, I believe. But yeah, I don't think Montreal. He played in Vancouver for a little bit too. I don't think he played at Calgary, Sillinger, did he?
I'm absolutely stumped on this one.
Joe Juneau only played for Montreal.
Montreal. He went from Boston to Washington to Montreal to there's somewhere else that he played for, but he never played in Calgary or Vancouver, I don't think. Oh, Ottawa. That's right. He played in Ottawa and then in Phoenix and Buffalo.
Did Jeff Sanderson only play for Vancouver out of all these teams?
Sanderson never played for Calgary or Montreal. I know that for a fact.
Yeah. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he never. Yeah, he went from Hartford to Hartford/Carolina to Vancouver to Buffalo to Columbus, back to Vancouver for a minute, then Columbus again, Phoenix.
This is a good one, guys.
Yeah, it is.
This is a tough one. This is one of the tough ones.
The good news is I now have all my names for obscurities done.
Scott Gomez? No, he never played.
No,
he never played in Calgary. And also wrong.
I don't think he played in Vancouver either.
Yeah.
I know he was. I believe his last stop was San Jose. Gomez.
Yeah, you're right. Ottawa actually was his last stop.
Oh, jeez. Oh, wow. He had a stop in St. Louis. I forgot about that for a second. No, he went from Montreal to San Jose to Florida to New Jersey again to St. Louis and Ottawa, both in his last season.
I'm trying to think of longevity guys like Ray Whitney played for any of these teams? No, right?
Ray Whitney never played for any of these teams, I don't think.
Like, I can't believe it's not Valerie Bore, but
no.
Yeah.
I thought Dallas Drake maybe for a second, but he played on a lot less teams than I thought.
Could it be? Wait a minute. No, it's not. I thought for a second maybe I got Corey Stillman, but never played for any of those guys. Oof. We got some riveting audio work right here.
UC Jokinen? I mean, not
Never
Oli.
played in the 90s.
Oli Jokinen.
Ole Jokinen never. I don't think he played in Montreal at all.
No.
I mean, obviously Calgary. I don't know if he played in Vancouver.
No, he didn't play in Vancouver. Damn. All right. Yeah, and he didn't play for Montreal either, actually.
No. I was about to say I knew he didn't play for Montreal, but Vancouver was one that I was.
I had to go by him. I was going to laugh if it was Phil Housley all along.
What? Alex?
No, Housley never played in Montreal or Vancouver.
Alex Tanguay? He definitely played for Carolina and Montreal.
Well, Calgary and Montreal.
Calgary and Montreal, yeah.
But he never played for Vancouver.
No, Dvorak never played for Vancouver. He went from Florida, the Rangers, to Edmonton.
Wow.
St. Louis, Florida, again, Atlanta.
Usually it's like
Dallas.
screaming from the mountaintops who the
I can't believe Dvorak played 1,200 games. I mean, he was a reliable player for a while.
What about Brendan Morrison? I know he played for Calgary and Vancouver. Did he play for Montreal ever at the end or anything?
Brendan Morrison
did.
He's got 600 points. He did play for Vancouver, Calgary.
No, he never played for
Montreal.
Ah.
That was a good one.
Obviously, it's not guys like Bertuzzi or anything like that.
No.
I'm just trying to think.
Damko's never played for any of those teams out.
No, he played for Montreal, but never played for Calgary and Vancouver. He went from Toronto to Edmonton to Montreal to San Jose, and I think that was it.
All right,
Dimitra never played for Montreal or Calgary, I don't think.
Well, Dan, actually, Bertuzzi was close. He played for Calgary. He never played for Montreal. Oh 08, 09, he played for Calgary.
Wow.
How about that? Sean Hill was on the 93
Canadiens? Yeah.
Forgot about that completely.
Wait, what about Adrian O'Coin?
I know he played for Vancouver and Calgary. Did he play for Montreal?
Does he have the points?
That's another
No,
thing. I
you know
don't know
what?
if he has the points.
He never
399.
No,
Yeah,
he never played for Montreal. And
he never played for Montreal.
Wow.
This has got to be a forward of some sort.
Yeah, I mean, that's
There's got to be a depth. Zoltok never played.
But it can't be a depth forward because a depth forward wouldn't have the points. Like, I mean,
if they played a long time, yeah. Zoltok didn't even play enough games. Yeah, he just
like it would be Rob Ramage in that case if there was enough. If he actually played for Vancouver, he did not. By the way, that's the other thing. He did not.
What about Craig Conroy?
Craig Conroy actually, I believe, played for all of these teams.
It's Craig Conroy.
Wait, no, it's not. He
Montreal, Calgary.
No,
Nope.
no
Vancouver.
Never played for Vancouver. Shit.
Never played for Vancouver.
I mean, and that's what I'm saying, Mark. Craig Conroy, over 1,000 games, over 500 points, and played for three of these teams, and played in the 90s. So but he was
more of a second line center, not a depth piece.
Isbister would have been a good guess because I think he played for all these teams. If I'm correct.
I don't think he had nearly the points.
But he didn't have the points.
And it's not Cliff Ronning.
No,
Cliff Ronning never.
He only has Vancouver. Oh.
You know who I think played for? Hold on. I don't think he has the points though. Dean McCammond.
Actually, he might because you got to remember he played for like 18
Dean McCammon, 448 points.
448.
And
wait,
never played for Montreal.
He never played for Montreal.
Damn. I don't know who the hell this
is. Not Nelson Emerson. I'm trying to think of just 90s
No,
guys.
because I don't think Emerson played for... I know he was St. Louis, I believe, Hartford and Carolina. Did he play for Vancouver? No, he played for LA for a little bit. No, he doesn't. No, he never played for any of these teams ever.
Yeah, none of them. Rob Ramage?
No, doesn't have. Didn't play for Vancouver.
Huh.
Could Dave Babbitt? No, I don't think
Dave in the comments saying Pavel Dimitra. Did that? He didn't.
No, he didn't.
No, yeah, he didn't play. He didn't play for Calgary or Montreal.
Wait a second.
No, Dave Babbitt would have, if he would have had the other two teams, he would have hit the requirements. But no, Dave Babbitt doesn't fit.
You know who would have fit?
Who?
If it was 10 years earlier, Tyler Toffoli.
You mean 10 years later?
Aye.
I think they might have stumped us for the first.
Oh, wait a minute. How about a guy I used last week? Let's see if he has enough points.
Who?
Doesn't have enough points. Michel Petit. That he played for, no, just Vancouver, Calgary. Oh, no. Yeah, Vancouver, Calgary, didn't have Montreal. Had Quebec, not Montreal, so it was close enough. Oh, yeah. Back to the drawing board.
It's going to be some sort of depth forward.
Depth, you think?
It's going to be a depth forward.
The hard part is if it's a depth forward, then who? Like, I mean, who would have that many points in that? But then again, the early 90s, there was points everywhere. This is a good stumper, and the thing is, we got to come up with the answer on this one because Peter Zezel never played for Montreal, so unfortunately, he's out.
No.
Let's see. Where are the guys? See, I don't want to go to the late 90s because and now we're in too deep, guys. Now we have to figure this one out.
Let's just keep going through all three of those teams and just trying to think of players, but I can't.
Got him.
What?
He played 1,273 games in the 90s. 660 points. He played for Vancouver in the Stanley Cup Finals against the New York Rangers.
Who?
And took an awful penalty in Game 4.
Who?
Tim Hunter?
Nope. He also put Carolina in the Stanley Cup Finals with an OT winner in the last game the Toronto Maple Leafs played in the Conference Finals. And let's get his name up.
Not Bates Battaglia.
Nope.
No.
Martin Gelinas.
He did not do it. Martin Gelinas did not do it.
He didn't do it?
No.
Okay. I have Martin Gelinas.
He played for Montreal?
Oh, come on, Mark.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's like you got so
Thanks for
confident
stopping
there.
me, Anthony.
I knew right away he did not play for Montreal when you said
You got to be kidding me. I had the jersey. I had everything. I'm like, this is definitely him. That's why you scroll down, idiot.
Yeah.
I was so proud of myself.
What about Robert Lang?
Never. I don't think he played for any of these teams.
No, he definitely did.
Played for. All right, Robert Lang played for none of these teams.
No, he played for Montreal. Didn't he?
1 year in Montreal. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, damn it.
Riveting TV.
I
mean, Nieuwendyk didn't play for any. No,
no, he went from Calgary to Dallas to Toronto to Florida.
Doug Gilmour?
Played for Montreal and Calgary. Don't think he played for Vancouver.
No to Vancouver.
All right, I'm gonna just strictly think.
Yeah, this is killing me because I got to run an errand, guys.
I'm gonna strictly kill on Calgary Flames players. Ginla, Langkow, Conroy, Bora.
Did Langkow play for? No, Langkow never played for Montreal.
No, I'm just naming players to just try to jog my Reichel, Housley, Ginla, Conroy.
Jeff Friesen never played for Montreal, right? No, he played for Calgary. He didn't play for Vancouver.
Andrew fucking Castles. Excuse my language.
Andrew Castles?
He fits. He fits. He does.
Okay, let's see if he was the only one. Wait, are you sure it's not Martin Jelena? Idiot.
No.
Andrew Castles, he fits. He's the only answer.
Is he?
Andrew Castles.
Yeah.
There you go, Anthony. Nice job.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, it still was Carolina Hurricanes, Hartford Whalers, so I wasn't that far off. Tanguay was the number one answer on the second level. Conroy was below that. We used Hammerlick, I think, right there, right?
Yeah, we used Hammerlick.
Yeah, Rob Ramage also would have fit right there because he didn't have the Vancouver option. Koivu, the number one answer right there for Montreal, and I think that was Calgary. When did Koivu play for Calgary?
What?
Was that Calgary that was over here? Was it, it's just Montreal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I got that. So, all right. Let's get back to us over here, guys. And just wow, that one hammered us. That one absolutely hammered us. All right. Let's go to our obscurities. Everybody got your names?
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We had the epic three-way battle last week.
Awesome.
I got about a half an hour remaining, guys.
That was my favorite.
I got 18 minutes, so let's get this started. Who wants to go first?
I'll give you mine first, Mark.
I will put up my usual terrible performance. So let's go.
All right. I have confidence you're gonna do well on this first player. Phil, you have the timer for me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, Mark. Your first player played in 616 career games over 5 teams. His name is Claude Loisel.
Claude Loisel played for the Devils.
Yep.
The Quebec Nordiques.
Yep.
Hartford Whalers.
Nope.
The New York Islanders.
Yep.
The St. Louis Blues.
No.
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
No.
The Florida Panthers.
No.
The LA Kings.
Nope.
Vancouver Canucks.
Phil, you said time?
Yeah.
You missed the Maple Leafs and Red Wings. You got Islanders, Devils, and Nordiques.
So we got
Islanders,
3.
Devils, and Nordiques. Okay, so I got 3 out of that. All right.
All right, let's go to your next player. He's got to type in his name again. I thought you were going to go clean sweep on that one, honestly. Because
You know what? I had him for 3 teams. It was just the other ones I had trouble with.
All right, Mark, your next player played in 897 games over 5 teams. His name is Mike Krushelinski.
Mike Krushelinski played for the LA Kings, the Edmonton Oilers, the Detroit Red Wings.
Yep.
How many more teams?
2.
2. Okay. Colorado Avalanche.
No.
Crap. Tampa Bay Lightning.
No.
The Vancouver Canucks.
No.
Calgary Flames.
Time.
No. So you got 3. You missed
Toronto.
Boston and Toronto.
Yeah,
All right.
Toronto. He was on the 93 Toronto team.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. See, I forgot about that because I knew he played with Gretzky again. I thought he was on the 93 team that went to the finals. So
No.
I remember the name in NHL. I do remember playing that.
So he was funny. He was a part of the Gretzky deal that got him sent to LA, but he ended up going to Toronto.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
All right, Mark. Your last player, the goalie. I don't know why we don't do more goalies in this obscurities, but
I
nonetheless,
think goalies tend to be a little bit easier.
He played in 215 career games over 5 teams. His name is Daniel Bartholomew.
Berthiaume.
Calgary Flames.
No.
St. Louis Blues.
No.
Florida Panthers.
No.
Quebec Nordiques.
No.
Buffalo Sabres. Boston
No.
Bruins.
Yes. Bruins.
Okay, got one. Toronto Maple Leafs.
No.
LA Kings.
Yes.
San Jose Sharks.
No.
Anaheim Ducks.
No.
Time.
Edmonton
You missed-
Oilers.
No, he said time. You missed the Winnipeg Jets, the Minnesota North Stars, and the Ottawa Senators.
I knew 2 of them. Otherwise,
I didn't even know who the hell we were talking about. I don't know if you pronounced them right.
Yeah, perfect.
All right, so I got 8
I
out
remember-
of my first 3, so I really need a better showing under Filks. And
I just remember him on Ottawa. That's the team I remember from.
Anthony, you
All
want me
right.
to give you 3?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Mark, you got the timer?
I got the timer almost ready. Now I'm ready.
Okay. All right, Anthony. This player has played in 154 games over 6 teams. Anthony, this is Brant Myers.
Tampa Bay Lightning,
Yes.
Calgary Flames,
No.
St. Louis Blues,
No.
Phoenix Coyotes,
No.
San Jose Sharks,
Yes.
the Colorado Avalanche,
No.
Toronto Maple Leafs,
No.
the Buffalo Sabres,
No.
New York Rangers,
No.
Flyers.
And
Yes.
time.
I have 3.
He got the Flyers in just in time.
Okay, so Anthony
So he
got
missed
3.
Nashville, Washington, and Boston.
All right, ready for the next one.
All right, Anthony. This player has played 598 games over 5 teams. Mark, you ready?
Yep.
Anthony, this is Jim Kite.
Blues,
No.
Lightning,
No.
Senators,
No.
Capitals,
No.
Maple Leafs,
No.
Canadians,
No.
Rangers,
No.
Capitals,
You said that already. No.
Flyers,
No.
Kings,
No.
Blackhawks,
No.
Jets.
Time.
Yes. He got the Jets just in time. He missed San Jose, Calgary, Pittsburgh, and Ottawa.
So was it just one?
Yeah, just one for that one.
All right. I mean, Jim Kite, I thought he was a golfer at first when you mentioned his name. I didn't remember. I did remember who it is. It's Tom Kite, by the way, who's the golfer.
All right, Anthony, your last one has played 149 games over 5 teams. Mark, you ready?
Yep.
Anthony, this is Steve Kelly.
Ottawa Senators?
No.
Boston Bruins?
No.
Tampa Bay Lightning?
Yes.
Dallas Stars?
No.
Penguins?
No.
Rangers?
No.
Islanders?
No.
Flyers?
No.
Devils?
Yes.
Time.
So you missed LA, Edmonton, and Minnesota.
Anthony got 2 there?
Yeah.
All right. So 8-6 right now. All right. Phil, I'll give you my 3.
Okay.
All right, Anthony, you got the timer?
Yep, let me just pull it up here. Clock. All right, I'm ready when you are.
All right. Phil, I'm concerned I went a little too easy on you, but here we go. Your first guy played 1,056 games in the NHL. He played for 8 teams. 8 teams. And his name is Lyle Line.
Devils, Chicago, Montreal, Minnesota, Anaheim?
No.
Florida.
Yes.
Dallas.
Yes.
Atlanta.
No.
Boston.
No.
Toronto.
No.
Philadelphia.
Time.
No.
Time.
All right, Phil, I got to double check one thing because you said Minnesota.
Minnesota Wild.
Yeah, I know you have that. I just want to make sure. He never played for Minnesota.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah. I think you were going J.J. Daniel. Okay.
No.
I just wanted to double check that my notes were off. You got Montreal, New Jersey, Chicago, Florida,
Dallas.
and Dallas.
Yeah.
You missed Pittsburgh, Chicago, and Phoenix.
I had Chicago.
You did? Yeah, I said that. I meant you had Chicago. You missed Columbus, Pittsburgh, and Phoenix. Sorry, those 3.
Fuck. Yeah. Okay.
Columbus. All right, but that still puts you at a healthy 5 to start it off. And Anthony, I'm sorry, I kind of really put us behind the 8 ball with this because I got one more easy guy I think that Phil might get. And Phil, you ready? Because this guy played 307 games in the NHL for 5 teams. And his name is Andy Hilbert.
Boston, Islanders, Pittsburgh.
That's 3.
Florida?
Nope.
Nashville?
Nope.
Anaheim?
Nope.
San Jose?
Nope.
Tampa Bay?
Nope.
LA?
Nope.
Chicago?
That's 1. That's 4.
Toronto?
Nope.
Vancouver?
Nope.
Edmonton?
Nope.
Time.
Minnesota was the one you were missing. Minnesota.
Fuck. All right.
And that now gives you the lead to get you to 9. Let's hope you don't do this well on this one. I think this guy's going to be a little bit harder for you. Anthony, you ready with the timer?
Yep.
Okay, this guy played 224 games in the NHL for 6 teams. And his name is Andrew Ebbett.
Rangers?
Nope.
Blackhawks?
That's 1.
Pittsburgh?
2.
Washington?
No.
Tampa?
No.
Nashville?
Nope.
Dallas?
Nope.
Minnesota Wild?
That's 3.
Flyers?
Nope.
Bruins?
Nope.
Time.
Red Wings?
Time.
You didn't get it in time anyway, and that wasn't it. You missed Anaheim, Vancouver, and Phoenix. So you had 3.
Okay. All right.
All right. So let me update that for you.
That's
You're
12.
at 12. Anthony and I will need to do much better on our next round. All right.
Mark, you want me to give you yours?
Yeah, let's get this over with.
I'll get the timer. I'm ready on the timer when
Okay. All right. So your first one, I think this might be the easiest one for you. This player played 736 games over 6 teams. Mark, this is Sandy McCarthy.
Sandy McCarthy played for the Rangers, the Calgary Flames, Philadelphia Flyers, Tampa Bay Lightning, Montreal Canadiens.
Nope.
Boston Bruins.
Yep. One more.
Vancouver Canucks.
No.
LA Kings.
No.
The Detroit Red Wings.
No.
St. Louis Blues.
No.
Minnesota North Stars.
No.
time.
Time ran out. Carolina Hurricanes were the only one you're missing.
Damn it.
Yeah, he
Sandy
went from
McCarthy,
Philly to
who
Carolina.
had that famous fight/non-fight with Eric Garens.
Yep.
That
We used to call him Muscles McCarthy because he did the flex thing on the bench when Fleury was doing the chicken dance at him.
Yeah. All right. What's the next one?
All right. This player has played 667 games over 5 teams. Mark, this is Gary Lehman.
Calgary Flames.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. The Dallas Stars, Minnesota North Stars.
No.
Okay. The Detroit Red Wings.
No.
Boston Bruins.
No.
The Montreal Canadiens.
Yes.
Okay. The Toronto Maple Leafs.
Yes.
The Ottawa Senators.
No.
Buffalo Sabres.
No.
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
No.
The Vancouver Canucks.
Time.
Yes. He got
All right.
Vancouver in time. He just missed St. Louis. That was it.
All right.
I got
All right.
friggin' scared before because friggin' State of Survival mentioned the name in the chat while we were doing the puck. I was just saying to myself, I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like,
No, but I when I was trying to figure it out, I did see Gary Lehman before, so I knew I had Calgary. But then I didn't see you move; you were frozen. I'm going, oh no, did I not have that one? All right, and last one.
all right. This player played 569 games over 6 teams. Anthony, you ready?
Yep.
Okay, Mark, this is Rob Zettler.
Rob Zettler played for the St. Louis Blues,
No.
the Tampa Bay Lightning,
No.
Philadelphia Flyers.
No. Yes.
Okay, the Detroit Red Wings,
No.
the LA Kings,
No.
Vancouver Canucks,
No.
the Calgary Flames,
No.
the Minnesota North Stars.
Yes.
Okay, the St. Louis. No, it's the St. Louis. Not the Florida Panthers.
No.
The Boston Bruins.
No.
The Buffalo Sabres.
No.
Time.
So you missed San Jose, Toronto, Washington, and Nashville.
I didn't confuse him with Peter Zezel. I really did think he played for Tampa Bay.
No, he never played for them. So
All right, Anthony. Here's going to be my 3.
Okay.
All right, and the first one's going to be a name you're going to really recognize, but maybe not for what you think. Phil, you ready with the timer?
go ahead.
Okay. This guy played only 250 games in the NHL, and his name is Matthew Darsh.
The Blue Jackets.
Yes.
The Canadians,
Yes.
the Lightning,
Yes.
and the Sharks,
Yes.
Maple Leafs,
Nope.
Coyotes,
Nope.
Canadians. I said that
Nope.
right.
You said that, yeah.
Canucks,
Nope.
Bruins, Sabres,
Nope. Nope.
Capitals.
No,
Nope.
time. He right after he said Bruins, it was time. So
All right. You missed the
4.
Nashville Predators. The Nashville Predators. But that's a strong showing. That brings you up to 10 right away. All right. Next guy played for 5 NHL teams as well. And he played 777 games. Phil, you ready?
Go ahead.
His name is Gary Volk.
Vancouver Canucks.
Yes.
Toronto Maple Leafs.
2.
Montreal Canadiens.
No.
St. Louis Blues.
No.
Ducks.
That's 3.
Kings.
No.
Time. It's time.
Yeah. I was like, how did we not get the time yet?
Yeah, I know.
All
I
right.
said it.
Yeah, I was waiting for somebody to tell me.
No, I said it. I don't know how you guys didn't hear me.
Oh, I guess you've been coming in and out a little bit because I didn't hear you when on one of my obscurities. All right, Anthony, that puts you to 13. So I do have another guy with 5 more teams that he played. 460 games played. Phil, you ready?
Okay. Go right ahead.
His name is Neil Wilkinson.
Capitals.
No.
Sharks.
That's correct.
Lightning.
No.
Blackhawks.
Yes, 2.
Blues.
Nope.
Penguins.
That's 3.
Canadians.
Nope.
Coyotes.
Nope.
Devils.
Nope.
Rangers.
Nope.
Time.
You got 3. You missed the Minnesota North Stars and the Winnipeg Jets.
I knew Minnesota. I didn't know Winnipeg. I forgot that one.
All right. So that puts you to 16 total right there. So, Anthony, your 3 is what hinges between me having a victory and Phil running away with this.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
All right. So I need 8 to win, 7 to tie.
All right. You got the timer, Mark?
Sorry. Now I do.
All right. Phil, your first player played in 568 career games over 5 teams. His name is Brian Benning.
Edmonton.
Yes.
Tampa.
No.
Chicago.
No.
Dallas/Minnesota.
No.
Coyotes.
No.
Florida.
Yes.
Washington.
No.
Buffalo.
No.
St. Louis.
Yes.
San Jose.
No.
Nashville.
No.
Chicago.
No.
Philadelphia.
Time.
Yes, he got Philadelphia, and so you missed LA. It's the only one you missed.
Yeah, a little tight, but okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony, here we go.
Well,
Phil's got to get 4 in the next 2 to tie, 5 to win.
All right. Phil, your next player played in 1,086 career games over 5 teams. His name is Brad Marsh.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
Detroit.
Yep.
LA.
No.
Ottawa.
Yep.
Edmonton.
No.
Chicago.
No.
Vancouver.
No.
St. Louis.
No.
Wow. San Jose.
No.
Anaheim.
No.
Time.
Boston.
No. You missed Toronto and the Calgary/Atlanta Flames franchise.
Shit. I knew Toronto. You know what? Actually, I knew them both. Fuck, I can't.
All right. Phil, you just need 1 to tie and 2 to win.
Okay. All right, Phil. Your last player played for 1, 2. He played for five teams.
5 teams.
Over 5 teams over 1,016 career games. And his name is Phil Russell.
Phil Russell?
Yes.
Dallas?
No.
Edmonton?
No.
Toronto?
No.
Detroit?
No.
Chicago?
No.
Philadelphia?
No.
Washington?
No.
Vancouver?
No.
LA?
No.
Boston?
No.
Ottawa?
No.
New Jersey?
Time.
Yes, he got New Jersey at the.
All right. Do you know what makes it honorable of me to do this?
What?
To say this?
What?
I actually paused the clock for a second because Phil didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Because he was trying to hear the guy's name. So I'm like, no, I can't let it go on that. So we have a tie yet again.
All right.
Oh
So,
boy.
I need to give up with a player.
I couldn't. I didn't know if it was Bill or Phil. I was like, what the fuck? I still haven't heard the guy anyway.
Right. That's why I was like, I can't with good conscience try to take that.
All right.
All right.
Let's see here.
Anthony's got to come up with one apiece. They have to be the same exact amount of teams. Oh man.
Mark, look at you, Mark, coming in so close to win. Let's see if we can get over the finish line this time.
Would this be
Let's
the
see if I
first
can
time
actually
Mark
do it
won?
without doing
I actually kind of want Mark to win. Like,
All right.
and
All right. It's for the tiebreaker. As long as you both have four teams, is that okay?
yeah,
I would say it's fine
it's
because
fine.
Okay. All right. I got one. Let me just find the next guy.
As long as it's both the same amount of teams.
yeah, like I gave you Radek Dvorak last week, and that was just bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I that one messed. I should have done a lot better than I did on that one. I was still pissed off about that.
So Dollawall of Donnie and Dolly, who's the Rick Dollawall, who's probably the guy that's the most connected with the Canucks. On his show today, they said that he believes the Canucks have Malhotra ranked higher than Stenberg right now.
Really?
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. I think I have. All right. All right, Mark.
Okay,
You ready for your first player?
I'm ready.
All right. Phil,
Okay.
you got the timer?
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Mark, this player played for 4 teams, over 102 career games.
Oh boy,
his name is Mark Hartigan.
Mark Hartigan. Oh great, Calgary.
No.
The Tampa Bay Lightning.
No.
Okay, the Florida Panthers.
No.
The Phoenix Coyotes.
No.
Winnipeg Jets.
No.
Boston Bruins.
No.
The Buffalo Sabres.
No.
The New York Mets. The Toronto Maple Leafs.
No.
The Montreal Canadiens.
No.
The LA Kings.
No.
Oh my God, give me an answer. The Anaheim Ducks.
Did he get the Ducks in, Phil?
Yeah. I'll give it that.
All right.
Okay, I got one.
You got the Ducks.
Oh,
you missed the Red Wings, Blue Jackets, and Thrashers.
I was about to say I've definitely seen that name playing the NHL games.
You know what's funny, Ben? The reason why he won 2 Stanley Cups despite only playing 100 games with the Red Wings in 08 and the Ducks in 07.
Crazy back-to-back years, plays less than 100 games, wins 2 Stanley Cups.
Yeah.
Fucking unbelievable.
All right. 1. So Phil's got to get 2 here, Mark.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, you got the timer, Mark?
I got the timer.
All right. Phil, this player played in 656 career games over 4 teams. His name is John Tucker.
Tampa Bay.
Yep.
Hartford.
No.
Washington.
Yes, he wins.
Okay.
Yeah, other
Put
team
me out of my misery.
I knew John Tucker right away because I remember from NHL '94 being on and '95 being on Tampa.
Yeah,
and,
Buffalo and the Islanders were the other 2 teams.
Yeah, that one I knew. Man, I was hoping Mark would win too. I was hoping you were going to give me somebody.
As soon as I heard Mark Hartigan, I'm like, not a chance.
Yeah, I was like,
as I heard 102 games.
Honestly, Anthony should have given John Tucker to Mark and then given me Mark Hartigan. Oh man,
could have done that, but not the way it came out.
No, that was a great show. Williams with 2 great showings in a row.
Yeah.
Oh, good showings. Not exactly great ones, but yeah.
Oh, great. I mean, if you have to go to overtime, that's a great showing. I mean, and in this case, 19, and we both go to overtime. So that
is true.
That's really good, dude. That's a great showing.
That is true. I will say that is true.
I think Anthony and I should buy Mark a round apiece when Mark gets his first win.
Yeah.
Well, I did win once. I think I had the overtime the first time we went to overtime on this. So
that was the first ever one.
Way to go, Ichiro. Now bring that tenacity on Sunday.
I know I definitely had to make the joke on the New York Mets in the middle of that.
He texts me, goes, give him Sandy's Ozelinch. I'm like, that's too fucking easy.
Yeah.
Please. Okay. Sanders Ozelinch, Colorado Avalanche, San Jose Sharks, Colorado Avalanche, Anaheim Ducks, Florida Panthers, New York Rangers, Minnesota Wild.
No.
I think I missed one.
I know you missed one for sure. He went from this team to Florida and then to Anaheim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Carolina Hurricanes.
Yes, correct.
Okay. Yeah. Took a minute. All right. So there's Phil. We got to give him his victory lap right there. Hey.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
but unfortunately, guys, I got to run and pick up laundry.
Okay.
Real quick. So I'm gonna bounce out right now.
Yeah, we're gonna be just ending here because
Mark, just quick.
Anthony's got something.
Did you guys come across this yet? It's similar to Puck Doku. I found it just like scrolling on X. It's called like the theory of hockey, and they have like different every day. They have a different game with like a different category. So this one is one in Montreal. Name the 12 Montreal Canadiens with the most points between Carey Price's debut 2008 and retirement 2022.
David Desharnais, Max Pacioretty, Thomas Plekanec.
Sorry, Mark. I just figured they would go.
No, I know. Well,
all right. See,
they
give you the player under the. It says like the player's flag, so it helps you out with like a nationality. So like this guy with 381 points is Canadian.
That's got to be Desharnais, I think, or no Gallagher. That's got to be Desharnais in there. Gallagher's in there.
Gallagher.
All right. Do you have another American in there?
Camilleri would be.
Yeah, American right here, 2013 to 2018.
Brian Gianta.
Yep, right here. But there's another American.
Camilleri then.
Mike Camilleri, yeah.
He was in Montreal in 2018. Yeah. No, Camilleri's not correct.
Wow, PK Subban.
Subban, yeah, is definitely one of them.
Subban. Yep.
Okay. Who's the guy that always scored a lot and then not at all after October?
That's
Savage?
Brian Savage, but he didn't play during Carey Price's
All right,
tenure.
who's the Russian here? 365 points.
Alexander Radulov.
But 2000.
It's between 2008 and 2022.
Yeah, I know this, but it says for this player, it says the years was 2000 to 2017.
Oh, that's the years that he played?
Yeah.
2000 to 2017.
And a Russian. I can't figure that out. Oh, maybe that's just the year he was in the league. No, Kovalchuk was in the league later than 2017.
Alexei Kovalev.
Kovalev, yes. No, that's not Kovalev. Kovalev's
no.
Wait, so this guy played from 2000 to 2017?
Hold on, Kostitsyn?
No, he was drafted. Andre was drafted in 2003, and Sergey was drafted in 2007.
I think he's right though. This I don't know if you could see it. This last,
but just between 2008 and on.
It might be because this player right here, I don't know if you could see it. 196 points. That's the Belarusian flag underneath.
That's got to be Andre Kostitsyn.
That's got to be Andre Kostitsyn. Andre, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was him right down there. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So two Americans, 2 Canadians, and whoever this Russian is.
Dale Weiss, I think, should be in there somewhere. I think.
Yeah.
I think.
All right, we could shoot with Dale Weiss. Let's see what happens.
WEISE.
Why is it not coming up? Dale Weiss. That's weird.
WEISE. Why is it not coming up?
I don't know.
Hold on. I think we're not spelling it right. Yeah, Dale Weiss. WEISE.
No, damn.
And they called him Dutch Gretzky.
No, he only has 64 points, so he wouldn't be.
And he also, he only had 90.
Andrei Markov was that Russian. Markov,
Andrei,
Markov, that's right.
Galchenyuk, Petrie, Deneau, and Byron.
Did we strike out? Is that how we got there?
Yeah. So you get three X's, and then
that sucks.
And then it gives you So like this one, by committee, name the 9 Carolina Hurricanes goalies with at least 5 regular season wins under Brindamore.
All right, guys, I'm gonna have to bow out right here. So I'll talk to you because I just gotta go. I gotta go get my work shirts.
All right.
So I probably have some here, but I've left them there for a few days. So getting it.
All right.
But
we'll just end this
everybody. Again, thanks for joining us again, and we can't wait for the next time. We're gonna try this out again. I like this plan, Anthony. I like it. We're gonna mix more games in. Not always just do puck doku, not always just do obscurities, but it's been a hell of a good ride. So, guys, everybody, thank you very much for joining us this week, and we'll see you for more postseason coverage, especially if there's big news that breaks. Take it easy. We'll see you soon.